Pog, Poggers, PogChamp. The 3 evolution stages of a Pokemon. Did you know Pog is a game? (1600) Japan. The Battle of Sekigahara ended with the Tokugawa Ieyasu completing an utter gamer move with the defeat of the Hideyori loyalists and other Western rivals. In 1603, the Emperor, so impressed with that move, he not only appointed him shogun, establishing a new government in Edo, now known as Tokyo, beginning the Edo period, he also founded Nintendo and based the hit game Smash Bros. On the historic battle. That last bit is not true, but did you know Nintendo was founded the same year as Van Gogh painted Starry Nights in 1889? They sold cards, not the Pokemon ones, these flower cards, which look sleek AF. We're not past the 3 minutes mark, I can't swear yet. You know what, I think we need more context. 794 to 1185, the Heian period, gambling was like the best. I mean, you could gamble on pretty much anything. Horse racing, chicken fights, cricket fights. Hell, you could probably bet on what colour the Emperor's underwear was that day. I mean, who was gonna stop you? I mean, the government, that's who. Edo period. Bukushihatu, which were the laws that governed samurai, basically said, hey, pretty please, can you, not gamble and drink and stuff? I mean, it's pretty not cool, guys. I mean, we're meant to be the samurai, you're supposed to be better than everyone and stuff, but, we'll take away your land or something if you do this. Maybe, to be honest, I don't know. To which the samurai responded, nah. But the common folk, the good old regular old Joes of Japan, did they get the same treat? No. God damn no. Straight up, if you guys gamble, I'm gonna flog, exile, or straight up game end you. I mean, come on, dude. All I'm doing is putting 10 old, tiny smackaroons to see if a chicken can beat up a turtle. I mean, come on, dude. Chill out. Is it fair? No. But this is still feudal Japan, and if you aren't beating down the poor, you're doing it wrong. But even at the threat of straight up being nerfed or nothingned off this earth, how do you think the commoners responded? Nah, straight up, Japan could not stop gambling, but how many times can you watch a chicken ripping out the other chicken's throat and going, God damn, you got blood all over my new off-white X Air Jordan 4 WMNS sales. I don't know anything about sneakers before you get bored. Well, let's take that boredom and turn it into board games. Card games, dice games. Oh my god, was Pokemon cards invented because cockfighting was still a prominent gambling form in Japan, so they made card versions of it? Oh, that's fucked me up. Who had the best games? The West. I mean, look at these suits. That's some Italian holstery there. They got numbers on them. You can play a ton of games with them. Banned. No Western stuff. Japan is locked down. Bet you wish you'd stayed locked down. Oh my god. Welp, guess we'll make our own. Oicho Kabu, Karuta, Buto no Shippo, Hanafuda, Manko, Utagaruta, and Hanafuda. All with unique cards. Not Pokemon cards, again, they haven't been invented, idiot. Manko is important. Invented in the Edo period, it was originally called Menchui, which was played using these clay pieces, which I can only assume are the precursors to Cadbury's Animal Bites. The game works simple. You yeet these pieces at one another, and if they flip over, you win the piece. It was pre-anime Japan, a much simpler time. Mienji, look at this handsome devil. Get out of here, this video's not about you. Call me. In 1867, the 14-year-old prince Mutsuhito became the 122nd emperor of Japan. Ooh, look at you. So big and so scary. Look at that huge empire. Wait, what are you doing? No. stop that, no, you can't do that, stop, no. Japan went from its feudal period straight into a modern industrialised society, basically speed running the whole Dark Ages thing and everything the rest of the world had to go through simply by copying everyone else's homework. Although the world knows this period of time as the first half of the Japanese Empire, the true G's know this time as when the gamers first rose up. Paper is really cool. It's like flappy and you can draw on it. It's made of trees or something. I don't know. I mean, have you seen trees? They're hard. How do you turn a hard thing into a soft thing? You show them a picture of your mother. People stopped being cavemen and started making games out of card and paper rather than heated up rock. Nintendo produced a lot of these games and it actually saved the company, as by producing their cards out of paper rather than wood, it would mean that the decks would become damaged and would need to be replaced more often. Yes, no company has morals. Welcome to capitalism, Japan. Menchui became Manko and had cards with pictures printed on them. They often would reflect the important stuff from that era, so originally they had samurai and ninjas on them, which I never considered to be real. Like, now I feel dumb as fuck, like I always do, but ninjas always seemed made up, but apparently they were real. I know, I'm dumb, but what the heck? Then, before the second big IRL FPS was released to stores around the world, they had pictures of planes and boats on them. Then of course America came along and converted the willing population of Japan to democracy, with no external pressure at all. Listen, I'm not saying democracy is bad, I'm just saying probably wouldn't have gone democratic if you didn't drop 35 kilotons worth of explosives on them. After that big mess happened, Manko had designs like anime and baseball on them. Baseball. Really, America? That's the piece of culture you decided to impart on Japan. Are you sure you want to do that? I mean, it's like the only sport you're world champions in, because nobody else plays it. That and American football. Just admit you're not good at sports, it's fine. You have enough WMDs, you have nothing left to prove. The game of milk caps came around either in the 1920s Maui, Hawaii, or from the Japanese game Manko, as the rules are very, very similar. I'm in favour of the latter because in 1920s, Japan really enjoys sticking their dick where it didn't belong, like the entire Pacific. I wonder what they might have planned. No possible way to expect any kind of action from Japan, right, America? I mean, it's completely a surprise what they might do. Anyone's guess. The game was played with milk caps, which came from companies like HALEAKALA, Dairy, and Orchards Hawaii. Both of these companies actually stopped using glass bottles in the 1950s, so the milk caps were unnecessary, but they kept producing the caps anyway, so that the game could be played. This kind of shows how tight the communities on Maui must have been in the 1950s, because the game Milk Caps didn't even expand out of the island until the 1970s, when HALEAKALA expanded to the more populated Oahu Island. Yes, I had to write down the pronunciation of the Hawaiian words as well. Shut up. In 1971, HALEAKALA created a new tropical juice drink called passion fruit, orange, guava, also known as Pog. The reason the game Milk Caps got the name Pog was because Charlie NALEPA, a marketing and promotions manager from HALEAKALA, ordered them to be printed with the word Pog to promote the new juice drink. Pog died back down again and faded into obscurity. The idea of the game originated from feudal Japan. It's not a surprise the game seemed dated for a modern audience. The world was about to enter a new era of technological development with games consoles and computer games. Games that would involve critical thinking and maths like Civilization or Honeycam Studio. People weren't really into the idea of games that were simply based on luck. The sun had finally set on one of the Sunshine Kingdom's oldest games. Until 1991, when a school teacher named Blossom Galbiso introduced her 5th grade class to a game she had played as a child. Then, something terrifying happened. It began to spread like a virus, becoming popular across Hawaii before reaching the coast of America in California. Then it spread to Texas, Oregon, Washington, before infecting the rest of the country. And we all know how well America is at shaking a virus. By 1993, the whole world was infected with Pogs. You had Mario Pogs, Marvel Pogs. You want a Pog with Father Damien of Molokai, a Roman Catholic priest from Belgium and a member of the Congregation of Sacred Hearts of Jesus and Mary? Well, you goddamn got one. He died in 1889. What? You could get Pogs for opening up a bank account. Pogs became one of the most powerful marketing tools in the world for 5 years. By 1997, the fad was over, and Canada Games, the company that produced most of them, went out of business. Just like that. Although Pogs were not popular anymore, the nostalgia of Pogs is still seen today by the generation before mine. So it makes sense that a 27-year-old Ryan Gutierrez might, on around October 26, 2011, play a game of Pogs with his friend, Mike Ross. Ryan Gutierrez, known to the internet circles as Gutex, is an American Street Fighter player with an estimated total winnings of $148. Very impressive. I hope you didn't spend all that money at once. Don't let it get to your head, buddy. Ryan is the co-founder of a gaming network called Cross Counter TV, which honestly sounds like some kind of TLC reality TV show about people buying over-the-counter drugs. Cross Counter TV is the entertainment network for fighting game fans. We produce shows such as Excellent Adventures and stream live Street Fighter V gameplay, such as tournaments and training, which stopped streaming 7 months ago. Has a fairly inactive Twitter and a dead format. I mean, I don't follow fighting games. I'm sure they still do have a very big audience, as long as you live in Asia. In November of 2010, Cross Counter TV uploaded a bloopers video. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is where the legend was born.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I was going for the clap. No, we're good, don't worry.
Alright.
But with all things on the internet, 4chan really made it. After the 2011 Pog video was uploaded, people started using the face from the 2010 video with the word Pog, Poggers and PogChamp. Poggers already being a word in use in the Pog community as players of Pog. Why did 4chan relate 2 different videos from almost 1 whole year apart? I don't know. You try and understand the mentality of the average 4chan user and get back to me with that biblical knowledge, buddy. In 2012, the now already famous image was added to Twitch's roster of emotes with the name PogChamp. This made sense, as in the past, Street Fighter players were still relevant. I don't need to. I don't, but I just can't help myself. If you've been on Twitch watching gaming streams, IRL streams, really any streams, you will have seen the PogChamp emote, used to show hype and excitement. It's used by Twitch users a lot. In fact, as of January 2020, the PogChamp emote gets used an average of 500,000 times a day. The image even has variants, making it less of just an emote and more of a meme, one of the longest lasting memes on the internet. Even now, the word Poggers is seeing a resurgence, less related to the image and more just the word. And all of that occurred because of some little clay figures made in Edo-era Japan. Yep, that's Pog emote. I'm serious, that's all that setup was for, just this payoff. There's plenty of videos explaining who Gutex is, but I personally wanted to go stupid nuts on the history of Pog. The importance of emotes on Twitch goes a lot deeper. I'm sure I could probably spend another whole video explaining some of the different emotes on Twitch, and also the developing culture of a Twitch audience, how important they are to internet development, the positives and negatives of such an audience, and the effect on digital media as a whole. but I don't think you'd be interested in that kind of video. I mean, there's no way you could let me know. Babes, I have a Twitter, I have an Instagram, a Discord, I also have a Patreon and an OnlyFans if you wish to support me and my channel directly, but it's your love and support that really keeps this channel going, so please give a video a like and a comment. It's the best way to help out. All the links will be down in the description. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see more, I think I have a quick message about the mailbox after this, but I will see you next time. Hey babes, do you love me? That answer better be yes, or you're dead to me. On an unrelated note, if you ever wanted to send me something, now you can. I've officially reopened my mailbox so you can send me anything you like, as long as it's not dangerous or banned by the UK. You could send me letters, some cute dresses, some new shoes, drugs. Do not send me drugs. But a lot of people have asked things such as my measurements and such, which I am going to find out for you. I have a bust of 36.5 inches, a waist of 29.5 inches, and hips of 38 inches. My shoe size is also 7.5 in the UK, 8 in the US, and 9.5 in US women's. For, you know, the more interesting shoes. I swear my waist used to be slimmer. I'm gonna get back to running. And a tip on how to find dresses for me: look for the bust first, because I have no hips that need to get fit in. The actual mailbox address will be in the description. I don't want to put it up here, just in case it changes. I don't want to confuse people. You can really send me anything. I'd love to see any of it. It doesn't have to be a serious gift or anything like that. You can just send me a letter or something stupid you found online. Honestly, it's totally fine. I would love to see it all. Thank you so much, babes.